We have some great news to share with you in this video. Spot Bitcoin ETF receives official approval from the SEC. This is the title of the article from Cointelegraph. As usual, I will include a link down in the description below. Cointelegraph covers a lot of news updates. You can check out their other articles as well. And in this video, I'm also going to be showing you what happened on the candles, the trading charts for Bitcoin, Ethereum, and BNB for the day with this news, as well as what the current price is. So with that being said, let's go ahead and dive right on into it. After a dramatic false start on January 9th, if you guys don't know about that, it was a Twitter hack, and then a lot of people were speculating about a leak. After a dramatic false start on January 9th, the Securities and Exchange Commission has now given the green light to several spot Bitcoin ETFs. Several. The U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission has officially approved the United States' first regulated spot Bitcoin exchange-traded funds, or ETFs, just one day after a false announcement posted from the SEC's official Twitter account wreaked havoc on markets. On January 10th, the securities regulator approved the 19B-4 applications from ARK, 21 shares, Invesco Galaxy, Van Eck, Wisdom Tree, Fidelity, Valkyrie, BlackRock, Grayscale, Bitwise, Hashdex, and Franklin Templeton. That's a lot. Approving the rule changes that allow a spot Bitcoin ETF to be listed and traded on the respective exchanges. The filing was available to download from the SEC website for several minutes before an error 404 message appeared, later becoming live through a different link. And you can see a little bit more of a breakdown right here. For those of you that are listening, I'll go ahead and read the introduction section. Pursuant to Section 19B1 of the Securities Exchange Act of 1934 and Rule 19B-4 thereunder, each of New York Stock Exchange ARCA Incorporated, the NASDAQ Stock Market LLC, and CBOE BZX Exchange Incorporated filed with the Securities and Exchange Commission proposed rule changes to list and trade shares of the following. New York Stock Exchange ARCA proposes to list and trade shares of 1. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust, and 2. The Bitwise Bitcoin ETF under New York Stock Exchange ARCA Rule 8.201-E, and 3. The hashtag Bitcoin ETF under New York Stock Exchange ARCA Rule 8.500-E. NASDAQ proposes to list and trade, and then it trails off. So that's just a little bit of a preview graphic that they share there. The historic approval paves the way for the first regulated exchange-traded product in the U.S. to give investors direct exposure to the price of Bitcoin without requiring them to buy it or worry about self-custody. Investors will buy shares in ETFs holding Bitcoin as its underlying asset. It was unclear whether the error 404 showing the SEC approved 11 spot Bitcoin ETF filings was the result of the commission pulling the document or an overload in site traffic. ETF analyst James Seffert posted on X, formerly Twitter, that the commission may not have intended to release the approval document at the time it did, but would likely repost it anyways. The ETF approval comes more than 10 years after Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss first applied to launch the Winklevoss Bitcoin Trust in 2013. The SEC had consistently denied all spot Bitcoin ETF requests, citing concerns over potential market manipulation and fraud. However, the SEC was forced to revisit its position after Grayscale won a court case in August of 2023. That overturned the SEC's denial of its application to convert its Grayscale Bitcoin Trust into a spot Bitcoin ETF. With the spot Bitcoin ETFs approved, the industry will now closely watch when the ETFs begin trading. So I want to stress that part to you guys again. They've been approved. They have not started trading yet. We're still waiting to find out when that takes place. Galaxy Research head of digital Alex Thorne has estimated that spot Bitcoin ETF inflows could reach $14 billion in the first year, while global fund manager Van Eck estimates that roughly $2.4 billion would flow into spot Bitcoin products in the first quarter of 2024. Launching a spot Bitcoin ETF in the United States requires the SEC to approve both the S1 or S3 and 19B-4 forms filed with the issuers. On January 8th, 10 issuers filed their final amended S1 and S3 filings, notably announcing the fees they intend to charge for the respective Bitcoin ETFs. BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager, will charge 0.2% fees until the fund reaches $5 billion in assets under management, AUM. Bitwise follows close behind at 0.24%, while ARK21 shares and VanEck trail slightly with 0.25% fees. Notably, ARK21 shares will waive all fees for the first 6 months or until the product reaches 1 billion AUM. Grayscale currently stands at the highest fee Bitcoin ETF product, levying a 1.5% fee rate on its prospective investors. Okay, so now let's go ahead and go take a look over here at the price chart. So this is Bitcoin through Bitstamp, and we can see that on the previous day, there was huge volatility. In fact, the last 3 days, there's been some significant levels of volume, most notably is the last 2 days. And so yesterday with the daily candle close, we can see that it had a low, excuse me, at a low of $44,265 with a high right around $47,800. So big spectrum, right? It did shoot up quite a bit, pulled back. After the pullback, it still closed out on the day in the green. What is notable is that with the amount of time since I'm recording this video, we haven't seen too much time in the new daily candle formation. Volume is very low, of course, because the day just started. But we're seeing a red candle form already. So again, this is as of the time we recording this video, but it's down 0.63% so far on the new daily formation, going from about 46,800 down to 46,000, a little bit lower than 46,400. Now, check this out. Look at Ethereum. Whoa. That's a big, big whoa. Because with this, what we're looking at is that Ethereum shot up nearly 13% in one day. I believe this is speculation that with the approval of a Bitcoin ETF, we could see in the future, more realistically, an Ethereum ETF also being approved. So I think a lot of people are just trying to set up their expectations here. So after that, we did have some pullback. It dropped back down, closed out at 2,583, coming down off of that from 2,645. The new daily candle formation, unlike Bitcoin, which is down 0.63%, we actually see Ethereum is up 0.61%, 0.62, 0.63, basically the inverse of what's going on with Bitcoin. So Ethereum is still looking good. Volume also low because, again, it's a new day. Now let's take a look at BNB. So BNB yesterday for the daily candle close with this news announcement shot up at one point to about 3%. Get right there, a little bit over 3% it looks like. And then it had some pullback, but it did still close out the day in the green. So it shot up to right about $310, closed out at right around $306. And then on the new daily formation, it's pretty much neutral right now. It's trying to figure out what it's going to be doing. Personally, I'm still bullish. This is just my opinion. I'm still bullish on BNB. I'm still optimistic about it, primarily because we finally, after a long period of time, very, very long period of time, we have this nice little golden cross. And so with the shorter time frame, the 50 going over the 200 here, suggesting that we could see a nice little push up. BNB shooting from a price point right around $238 up here all the way to around $340. A little bit of some pullback down, going a bit sideways, but we don't see a huge divergence taking place here between the 50 and the 200. So again, personally, my opinion, I think that when we start to see some significant runs in this upcoming rally, this upcoming bull run market, I think that BNB has a chance to make some significant pushes even from here. But that, again, is just my opinion. I'm hoping that it's right. and we'll have to wait and see. So that's what I got for you guys in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Thank you so much to my Patreon supporters. Double shout out thank you to We Love, Victor Vegas, Osmoon X for being higher level patrons. Thank you to my YouTube members for your support as well. God bless. We'll see you in the next episode.